and I look down at my full plate. How dare I procrastinate?
Leaving legacies for the ages, a wondrous process of grasping floating thoughts brought from an abstract mind. Listen. Are you not listening? I go multi-dimensional travelling. So it's little wonder why my lyrical scribbles are syllables riddled with golden spirals, a sequence of miracles. They pair as crop circles. They suspect I'm an alien. Why? Because my poetry's out of this world. Oh, yeah.
What? Distance between caring about gossip and price tag. So what's use for remorse that clings onto our two souls like a corset when my memories are worse than my nightmares? I will happily trade monsters under the bed for the ones in the mirror any day of the week. Being alive at 18 has been my biggest achievement to date. To date, I vow to never go hungry again. Won't ever let brokenness become that friendly next door neighbor. That's why I've been robbing hoods from young. I've always been toying with my life. Now I just prefer to play with guns and money, cause yeah, the hood's got me. Yeah, the hood's got you. Until those cops start gunning, the bullets start coming, and the birds start coming. OG, you.
We were merging the mash, side slamming, we was born in a trap. Future past and the present to rap. They be tossed, we be laden with stress. They go hard, they don't care none of that. They touch yours, you don't hesitate at. So you return with the fullest impact. But they return and they pull it black. But bullets for bullets, so pulling you back. I call them cowards, they don't face the attack. I say you're coward. Yeah. Get your dreams before it's too late. Your dad is all I think about. Back in the past, I think about the escape. Thank you very much. Big up to Stella and Nat. Big up to everybody who came.
Foot binding strength, breast identity, high heels, Mother Earth, sexuality, ethnicity, persona, South Sarah Empress, spinster, B-girl, side chick, wife, feminist, cross legs, moon, lesbian, panther, bay, queen, breathe, intelligence, open legs, manners, crone, feline and hag, womanly beauty, curves and handbags, shaped heads, Botox implants and femizon, clitoridectomy, silk lace and tampons, Brazilian, queen bee, black widow spider, aggressive, worldly, graceful, and now you're batty rider. Nurturing, African, accepted, flirtatious, graceful, soft, naive, Amazon, actress and vicious, physically imposing, hard, innocent, demanding, soft, security guard, same sex, weak, graceful, boxer, electric, guild, chili, the parking, morning after pill and talking, iron lady, cunnilingus, open toe and camel toe, ice cream, catwoman, bag lady, childbirth and hope. Head over heels, diets, domestic, mother nature, orgasm and lipstick, patience, yoga, you opening doors, stand up tall to applaud, because you know it's ladylike. It's ladylike. Head over heels, diets, domestic, mother nature, orgasm and lipstick, patience, yoga, you opening doors, stand up tall to applaud, because you know it's ladylike. It's ladylike.
The boy really dog. Nah, you don't wanna see that in a spot. I'll make you meet a law. General Gaddafi, mind of a killer, but my body like an athlete. Cocaine drugs, got me following a taxi. Nothing but the back street. Your girl says she like the way I work it. Black street, midnight, free chicks kicking back in factory. Yeah, beef, no horse in the plastic.
I tell you the truth, yo. Boy, in the weekend, Blackicetv7. You already know, keep it locked, it's your boy. A lot more to come in the future, so make sure you keep it locked, stay right here, don't go, no. This is the place to be.
Bitches wearing short shorts, brownings and all sorts. I've been doing Burford when they called it a ghost store. I could get a nigga's man packed from just 4 calls. All from a pay safer. Open up to that front door. Shady on, 4-4, got a bandy on. If I come for you, animal.
If I'm not watching none of them.
You try and be a superhero. Squeeze on the side of your face, I can see it out. Yeah, don't do the old, there's nothing you can tell us.
Academy, the man goes straight home, go watch on my phone, on my laptop, or anywhere else. So I'm like, not keeping locked in on Blackicetv7.
Coffee in the morning.
Yo, my people, it's your boy Bandana. I'm
No mommy right now she watching me perform. Tune in. Life is a journey, prepare for the ride. I can move calm, saying where is the eyes? Baby mama saying Wayne, where is my tights? 6 niggas raving, comparing the ice. Big stone, yeah, nigga.
You already know the deal. Myself, Omega, Axel. Anytime I'm in and around town, I'm tuned into Blackicetv7.
She keep saying our baby father's a prick. Independent,
We
go
always
trimming,
tune
in
into
the barber is split. Someone please come and tell me who is harder than me. When that nigga got rich, I said cars was a bitch. Another reason why his wife is pajamas are rich.
I listen, I observe, like I see all the time. Even Buddha, which is
Walk around with me and try and be a superhero. Squeeze on the side of your face, I can see it out. Yeah, down to the old, there's nothing you can tell us. They're trying to figure out how we be fly like propellers. We gangsta, we live.
Wellness Salute, Supernova Sonic, my medicine man. So the Super Mega Greens is a great wellness supplement to take pre and post workout. All you gotta do is grab a scoop, put in some water, some fruit juice, shake it and go. It's a great convenience for cell building, it's fresh oxygen to the cells. So when you're pre-working out, that extra pump, extra oxygen to the bloodstream from the plant proteins to get you amazing magnetism and the boost in the gym. Post-workout, it's a great recovery meal. Great for cell replenishing and rejuvenation. The Mega Greens has holistic, organic supplements, wheatgrass, spirulina, dandelion, alfalfa, chlorella, and ginger. Those working in tandem together creates an amazing, exuberant, extraordinary matrix of power, endurance, clarity, and fortification for your cells, your bones, your kidneys, your organs, your brain waves to be electromagnetic in everything and all that you do. Super Mega Green, Super Foods. We're electrified.
This is Blacknificent. Black Activity Book launching. So 2019, your baby, a baby for. Then I'm going to say, your baby, your baby 2 minutes back, baby 2 minutes, and then baby 4, yeah, just a baby 4, your father who didn't 2 minutes. I was here a couple of years, I can grow, Linya Sapro, Black Power. That's the Black Activity Book 2019, powerful one. This is Blacknificent on October 5th, which is the spiritual positive number. And you don't need to miss out. Wherever you are, make sure you get to this vibration. Every to me. Love you all.
By the way, can everyone see that round thing with the light? What do you think it is? Where's the round thing over there?
next to the statue.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think it is? It's the smallest police station in London.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Police station? That thing there, that round thing with the light on top, it's the police station.
Oh, is it active?
It's no longer active, it's now a cleaner store. But if you come on the tour, I'll tell you a bit more about it.
Okay.
I've been gone for a while.
So my leaders ass gone, all my leaders ass gone. You know they did yourself wrong and still standing here strong. Against all the wrongs, against all the wrongs. For my leaders ass gone, all my leaders ass gone. Although they did yourself wrong, I still standing here strong. Against all the wrongs, against all the wrongs. Imagine if Malcolm would've never got killed. Crack in the hallways would've never got filled. Imagine if Marcus would've never had to chill. Blacks wouldn't be living in overpacked jails. Imagine if Asada never had to run. J. Edgar Hoover would've never won. Imagine if Trayvon would've had the gun. Black life songs would've never been sung. So I wonder how this world's gonna ever be. A place where these wrongs gonna ever cease. Can't transform to a better me when they teach my leaders on my enemies. So if you wonder what this pain is, try to picture this scene as it's painted. All of my leaders.
Dear black people, come out tomorrow and Saturday. It's going down. You won't regret it. If you regret it, we'll give you your money back. But you're gonna love it. You will love it, love it, love it. So make sure you come out. All right.
See it there. Right from his mouth. Voice Watkins. ASAP. Be there. Be sharp. Be early.
Would've never got killed. Crack in the hallways would've never got filled. Imagine if Marcus would've never had to chill. Blacks wouldn't be living in overpacked jails. Imagine if Asada never had to run. J. Edgar Hoover would've never won. Imagine if Trayvon would've had the gun. Black life songs would've never been sung. So I wonder how this world's gonna ever be. A place where these wrongs gonna ever cease.
Chocolate. The boy really dog. Nah, you don't wanna see that in a spot. I'll make you meet a law. General Gaddafi, mind of a killer, but my body like an athlete. Okay. Cocaine drops, got me following a taxi. Nothing but the back street. Your girl says she like the way I work it. Black street.
When I'm cutting here, I'm watching Blackicetv7.
Yeah, man, you know when we come in here, it's all about Blackicetv7, you know? When I'm local and I'm here, Blackicetv every day, you know?
Savings on my forecourt. Bitches wearing short shorts, brownings and all sorts. I've been doing Burford when they called it a gold store. I could get a nigga's man patch from just 4 calls. All from a payphone. Open up to that front door. Shally on, 4-4, got Bally on. If I come for you, animal and I want it all. Fuck around with me and try and be a superhero. Squeeze on the side of your face, I can see it out. Yeah, don't get it all, there's nothing you can tell us. They're trying to figure out.
Greetings, my name is Sibra Amosu of Mind Over Body Chess Academy. I teach chess and I tune into Blackicetv7. Blackicetv7.
Yeah, when I'm not volunteering with 100 Batman in London, I'm listening and watching Blackicetv7 online. Get it?
From Galaxy, I watch, I listen, I observe.
Peace people, my name is Kenda Oganapi, one of the co-founders, directors of Manhood Academy, and when I'm not doing Manhood Academy sessions down there in Latimer Road, every single Saturday between the hours 11 and 2, I'm chilling out watching Blackicetv, the only channel that shows our people in a positive, uplifting and inspirational life. Make sure you check out Blackicetv. No!
Branded on my effervescent heart is my forefathers' crest, and for all of their woe and stolen crowns, I dare not, said I dare not let them down. Don't let my people down. Don't let my people down. Don't let them down. No, I won't let them down. Don't let my people down. Don't let my people down. Don't let them down. Don't let my people down. Don't let my people
Children now. Soon you're going to be grown men. Okay? Grown men act mature. Okay? So I ask of you to manage your feelings, manage your emotions. If you're feeling cold, handle it. There will be times in the future, for those of you who are with us still, we'll be going out into the woods camping. It might be cold. I'll tell you a little story, right? I went with some teenagers. Are you listening? Can you hear me? If you can hear me, you're looking in my eyes. I will answer your question in a minute. I'm going to tell this story. You ready? You ready for it? No. You ready? I went to the woods with a bunch of teenagers, right? Yes, sir. Greetings. With a bunch of teenagers, okay? And we got there about 1 in the morning. It was dark. And all there was bush. And it was raining. I'm not talking about, you know, the little drizzling where you can just walk in and rain. It's just raining a little bit. Whatever, man. Nah, proper rain. And Brother Pablo, who's my elder, alright? This is another youth organization. We was with about 15 teenagers from about 14 to 17. And you know what? Brother Pablo said, I tell you what, we all had this big plastic sheet we were asked to bring, right? I forgot what it's a camping term, I can't remember what it's called. There you go, that's what it was, yeah? He said to us, I'll tell you what, brothers, we ain't setting up camp right now. It's 1 o'clock, it's raining, this is what we're gonna do. Every man find a tree, put on your poncho, which is waterproof, sit down, lean your back on that tree, that's where you're sleeping. We all slept in the rain, right? All night. Yeah? Because it's called rites of passage. What does that mean? That means we train you how to strong up. We train you how to not interrupt and giggle when you're in school or here. We train you, there's a time to be serious and there's a time for play. We're gonna have a little fun in a minute. But right now, it's time to get serious. So let me see who's not serious and who's serious right now. I can tell by the look in your eye if you're focused. Let me see. He's kind of getting there. Let me see. You haven't focused. This gentleman needs to wake up a bit. You're new, so you're still trying to feel everyone out and figure it out. It's cool. And you're a veteran. I expect better body language from you. What do I mean by that? You're interrupting again. Good posture. How you doing, young man? Look at that. He just came in and he's just calm. You can see already. So that's the first thing with that Manhood Academy. Any of that nonsense. Some of you might do this at school. I'm not there when you're at school. You're like, yeah, what are you doing late? The teacher's teaching like, yeah, man, yesterday, yeah. And like the teacher, none of that here. Here's just focus. And we have fun. But there's a time to get serious. Now we're getting serious, okay? Young man, come and sit here, please. We have Brother Akil in the space. So can everyone say greetings, Akil? That was like, I had about 3 man, okay? We had to say, boy, okay, it's raining, man. Let me just soldier this. I had my hood on, it was raining heavy for the whole night. Soldier. As you get older, you're gonna have to do stuff like that. Some of you is going to have families one day, and you are going to have to manage things where you're going to have to be uncomfortable to make your family comfortable. What do I mean by that? Yes, sir.
So if you have family,
Yeah.
you might have to do stuff like if you're not comfortable with, like, for example, speaking to someone because you got in trouble, and so if someone got in trouble by your family, you say, I will do it, and you did it, and your family might be comfortable, and you might not be comfortable.
Very good example. I'm going to ask you, sir, what do I mean by that? Was you focused? Did you get what I said? Shall I say it again? Okay, so you can process it and then you give me an answer, right? I'll give you an example, right? Sometimes it's my children. I'll give you 2 examples. Sometimes it's raining again heavy and I've got an umbrella, right? And I've got my little 9-year-old with me who you meet, some of you, in September. And it's a small umbrella. So as a man, or even as a teenager, if you're with your mum, for example, who's going to keep dry? You, as young men, or your mum, your brother, your sister, who's going to have to soldier and get wet to keep that person safe? Who's going to have to get wet? Yes. Yes. Who's going to have to get wet? Huh? Right. So you might be with your mum when you're a bit more grown, you've got your moustache and everything, you're a big man, and hold on, and it's raining, right? And you say, Mum, don't worry, man, you keep dry, I'm just going to soldier it, man. You know what I'm saying? Your mum's got to keep your mum safe, right? That's the kind of things we do here. So, the behaviors I expect is disciplined behavior. That's my point. Okay? Alright, 2 questions and then we move on.
So like basically what you have to stand up for the people who are younger than you, and you have to be the bigger person.
Exactly. You have to be like grown man. Yeah, even though you're not yet, but you will be in the future. Okay, I want you guys to express yourselves, so I'm going to take your answers. Yes.
Also, my mum said, and even though you're older, you have a wife or something, this is what you have to do.
Exactly. Especially when you've got your wife, your job is to protect your wife. Yes, sir.
My uncle woke up today and he's 13 years old.
Say that again?
My uncle woke up and he's 13 years old.
Yeah, man. He's lucky because the weather's okay. But when I went, it was raining and I was cold, but I just had to be strong. Okay? So.
There is an example to be taken from them in that they've taken it and got their agenda right on top, and we can do the same thing. It's been an absolute pleasure.
What are you doing is just come to support people who shows, but let's face it.
So getting back to I mean, just to kind of tie things up. So that's why getting back to what we spoke, the 2 subjects that I brought up today was your purpose. So it's your bigger purpose in terms of, where you want to go in your life's journey. But then within that, there are small goals, short-term goals. And one of them as a community is to make sure that the next generation is on our agenda. And we do have the power. We really do. So Denzel Washington, I'm just gonna, he gave some amazing speeches in his time, and he's one of the black actors that I admire. I just gorgeous. Yes. And but just some sound bites from him, just to leave you with. So do what you feel passionate about on every level. Don't be afraid to think outside of the box. Dream big, but have the goals to achieve them. Because a lot of youngsters are, I want to be a rap star or whatever. And for the first time now, I'm hearing young people say, I want to be famous as an ambition, which is curious. Doesn't matter what I do as long as I'm famous. But so have dreams, but don't confuse movement with progress. So sometimes we get really busy and up and down doing this and that and helping this one and doing this one and this whole idea of multitasking as though it's a a badge to wear. It's actually, it means that we're just split in so many different directions, and we multitask because we have to, as in it's not the ideal thing, but if we can just, you know, choose smart movements as opposed to just being busy and not focused. And I think the last one, which is where we are now, which is that aspire to make a difference. So that's the poppy seed that I'd like to leave you with. And it's been just really nice talking and facilitating this group discussion. So thank you. Thank you.
Alright, so that's their task over the summer, just to be self-aware of how they manage their feelings, and especially some mentioned about you know, cousins and friends and when they get annoyed. So I said, okay, so you're going to manage this different. We gave them some role plays, some scenarios, how to manage anger without getting angry, shouting or hitting. Okay, so that's their task. And we're coming back in September because we're going to have a long summer now. Some of you will get to rest, some of you will be on holiday, and we're going to take a rest too. Alright, so thank you for being here, and we'll see you soon. So you're all in a WhatsApp group, is that right? Everyone? No. You all know? Anyone else? I don't think so. Are you in the WhatsApp? Okay.
Is it what? No, I don't
Parents of the Academy?
No.
Okay, so I'll have to sort that out. I'll get on this. Yes. Okay. Does everyone sign this?
Yes.
Put a tick if you're not in your WhatsApp group next to your name, and then I'll have to sort that out. And on that note, I will say thank you, and thank you, Angela, for being here, and have a great summer. There's refreshments downstairs in terms of teas and stuff. Your young people will be downstairs until September, yes.
This is Mr. Riggs at Manhood Academy, and we have the beautiful sister that is going to explain who she is and what she's about. Sister, can you speak?
Well, greetings. I'm Angela Harvey. That was the name that my parents gave me. And I use the stage name of poppy seed, the idea of a small black seed, black being an all-inclusive colour, but more importantly, the seed having maximum potential for growth. And so I'm known more as an international performance poet, but I'm essentially a writer and a lecturer, and I'm getting more into producing film now and producing stage musicals.
Okay. In forms of your lectures, what has helped you to do what you do at this precise moment from your past till now?
Well, my experience as a lecturer or teacher I've made a point of getting around to very different settings. So I've taught in secondary school, I've taught in college, and within the colleges in pupil referral units, so that the kids that are labelled as delinquent or at risk. I've done a lot of work with them. And but I've taught in prisons. I've spent a year in Pentonville, men's prison, and a year in Downview, which is a woman's prison. So it's been very interesting teaching in those settings and very rewarding. And it's interesting to see us as people of colour and how the dynamics work in a prison situation.
So if I was to say, would you say that you do performance art and apply that into forms of self-development?
Definitely, as a performance poet, my agenda is about documenting what's going on in the world and in the community. It's what we would call conscious poetry, and then I compose music to enhance the themes of poetry. So there's usually a message, and so I can divide my work into where I'm performing and what will be most significant or relevant to the setting that I'm in. So, you know, for Women's Day, I might be talking about women's issues, environmental issues. I might do pieces that embrace that subject matter, etc. But yeah, I see it very much as part of edutainment.
Okay, but like in the word Sankofa, is taking from the past and bringing it to the forefront. How would you say your past experiences has played in your present today?
Past experiences.
Yeah.
Well, I think everything that has happened, I try and use it as part of my growth to bring into the present. And I think that lots of the skills that I've learned along the way, you can use them in different settings. So, like my performance experience helps me as a lecturer, for instance, because it's still standing up in front of people and being able to speak, being able to relate to people and impart some kind of a message. So I try to utilise whatever skills, experience that I've gained along the way and make them relevant to different settings.
Okay, so what do you feel that has inspired you to come to the Manhood Academy to able to talk to the parents?
Well, I was invited, but what inspired me to accept the invitation is the idea of coming to a community setting as artists, as academics, as, you know, and now as elders. We have an obligation to give back, to share, and so I thought it's a great opportunity to do that and sit down and talk with younger parents. It would have been nice to break bread, but the idea of coming together and just talking as a community. So it's not teaching; it's just opening a dialogue with other people.
Okay. So, in your experiences of today, what would you say you've experienced during being in this meeting of dialogue?
I think that it's really nice to talk with, you know, like a random selection of people, but some of our cultural mores and values are still being instilled and being passed on. It was also good, I think, for all of us to realise that how we are like-minded in many ways. And so you're not in a vacuum, people are not alone, that people can agree, and even if it means agreeing to disagree, people can feel that they can download, that they can express, that they can share, and just widen the participation of the community and being able to join the dots with each other. And so this kind of setting and this kind of experience lets me know that community is alive and well, and it means that there then is a setting in which plans can be made, collective plans can be made, resources can be pooled, etc.
Okay, so if there was an advice that you would like to give to the children, what would you say?
To the children that come here?
Yeah, it doesn't matter what age, something to inspire them from all broad of ranges of age.
Yeah, I think to dream big and have a plan to get there.
Okay, so what is the future for our sister?
For me, I want to get more into film, and just simply because I think that it's very much a team effort film, and also it reaches wider audiences, and to be part of change, it means being able to be the change maker, be the person or amongst the people who are coming up with the explanations and the conclusions about what we're experiencing today, and putting them in film and telling our own story, to encourage the stories of our people and to be able to take those fragments and put them together in the form of film and positively influence.
And if people wanted to find out where you are or how to find you?
On social media.
Social media, film,
not
whatever.
Yet on what's the next one? Instagram. But I'm on Facebook. I try and keep up with that. In terms of buying my albums, CD Baby, and I also know that it's now on Spotify.
Okay. What about, so you going into film career, are you talking about acting?
No, it's as a writer.
As a writer.
So I'm a script writer and would-be filmmaker, and also my music has also been the soundtrack of a lot of conscious films like
Could you name all?
Years Later.
Okay.
Big one, The Motherland. Very, cinematographically beautiful films they are by Owen Shahada, and my music was involved with those. Our Story, Our Voice. That's another film that I've been involved more on the music and sound, because for my poetry it's very much music.
Okay, there's one more thing I want to love to ask before we go, is to say I enjoyed Manhood Academy, and when I'm at home I watch Blackicetv7.
I very much enjoyed being at the Manhood Academy and TV7.
Blackicetv7
is the way to go.
Thank you. Thank you.
But one of the problems that we have, brother, is that we are the most divided people on the planet. And because we are so divided, everybody takes liberties with us.
Yeah.
And it will continue. As long as I can't see you as my brother. See, the drunk man is wise, brother. The drunk man is not interested in the label on the bottle. Whether it's vodka, rum, methylated spirits, he just wants to get drunk. He's not interested in the label. You and I are too focused on the label and not focused on the content. The Bible says, test the spirit. Can you feel my spirit, brother? I can feel yours. We are brothers.
Turners on your feet, and singers on your feet. Can you feel the beat? Come on, black. Now turners on your feet, and singers on
necessarily on that wavelength, but will support something that we all have a common ground on. So as black people or African people, we need to start looking at that as well. It's like, you know, it's not just about who follows which codes of conducts within which group and who we agree with and we don't agree with. It's how do we expand what we're doing to the level where someone who's not necessarily seen as radical, can also be involved in economically building that future that we need to set up, and how do we make that happen? Because all the problems we have are common to all of us, no matter what background or what system we are following, right? We're all experiencing the same things.
Okay, so in the last words, as in, it takes a village to raise a child, what would you say to the general public and the youth out there?
It's a difficult one. I would just say, it takes a village to raise a child, and within that statement is the statement of collective movement. It's something that we've always promoted on an intergenerational level in terms of what we do here and what we do with our music collectively, is that we have to create that movement and sense of collective movement, and intergenerational movement, because that's also part of our healing that has to happen, is that there's not a separation between, the generations now, that the elders are looking at the young ones and saying, these lot are mad, don't know how to communicate with them, this, that and the other. What has happened that we've lost that communication? That's what we need to look at, that channel or that bridge. So we have to heal the bridge. We've got to build those bridges, and a marketplace where it's cultural and you've got nourishing, holistic and uplifting things happening, is where we should be bringing our families to. And if we do that with our children from young, then it becomes normal to them. It's hard if they haven't experienced it and you're trying to draw them in and they've got their minds on other things, but if it becomes a family activity on a regular basis, then those young ones that grow up, that is as normal to them as everything else is. You get what I'm saying? Because too many things that are not necessarily beneficial to us are normalized in the society that we live in. We need this to become like something we do all the time, all over.
Just one more word. I just want you to say who you are and bigging up Blackicetv7.
This is Niles Ashabar, Hailstones, also known as Uncle Niles. In the village, Medadani, where time changes, with Terry from Black Ice, and we're bigging up Black Ice TV. Keep on doing the works, man, spread the message and the knowledge and the frequency. Black Ice.
Peace.
Bless it.
This is madness. Got us living in the wild, wild west. Wild, wild west. Wild, wild west, yeah. Is it keeping it real, bro? When you're dying over postcodes and you don't know nothing, you gain the world to lose your soul.
You got nothing to prove, so stop acting like you do. It gets you nowhere, but never like a lost little you. Hype into trap, disconnected from your roots. I wish you knew all the things that's intended for you. I know it's hard and you feel alone. Pressure builds and stress kills, stay in your zone. If you don't have to be out, stay in your home. I'm telling you because I care and they really don't. I've been in your shoes are the ones you can't fit yet. I give you more truth but I don't think you fit yet. You don't think, you just blast when it's intense. I burn sage and I spark up some incense. Pure rage with no control will overload. I lead to things like body harm when rolling road. I set plans, then expand and go for gold. In Westman, the text bang, they'll take it so, and so it goes.
This is madness. Got us living in the wild, wild west. Wild, wild west. Wild, wild west, yeah. Is it keeping it real, bro?
Everybody's got something to prove. Getting gory, hunting for moose, cause they're hungry for food. What's the forecast for this one? It's cold, oh lord. Catch the force from a big gun through postcode wars. People spark between man that be streets apart. On a greasy one, prepared to stab man to leave them up. Out there, wild brands swinging the blows, trading the big wide world for postcodes. They don't wanna travel and visit the globe, rather partake in battle to be king of the road.
You heard what the man said.
This is straight madness. How we brag yet we have less assets. Better get with your own program. Can't claim any roles, fam, if you don't own land. We just feed in the prison complex. No black lives, more like black visions of death. And this is madness.
Got us living in the wild, wild west. Wild, wild west. Wild, wild west, yeah. Is it keeping it real, bro? When you're dying over postcodes and you don't know nothing, you gain the world to lose your soul.
Beefing over ends, what for? You're in secondary, I'm speaking on a level. Cause I swear this really gets to me. The wicked live plenty, the good die young. Ever thought if it gets deep the hood might run? Could you imagine a day without a stabbing or an altercation? No pot to piss in, and straight from wisdom it's hard to face it. The pressure's rising, there's wailing sirens, your heart is racing. It's marinating, the stress is building, it's hard to take it. The thought's absurd, but on the curb you ain't a road man. Cause man screaming family first but can't check his own nan. Your postcode ain't yours, you ain't rich, you don't own land. Roads only go so far. You yourself know that. Standing by a sign, are you blind? You're a grown man. Do some grown things, make some grown plans, it's in due time. Man, I guess we're still developing. Don't settle in the system, try liberate from settling. This is madness.
Oh, so bigging up Blackicetv7, the hottest network and station around. Blessed love.
Another brother tryna make it through the night. The people don't speak cause the people don't love us. I tell you if we speak, ain't nobody gonna touch us. Rosa kept the seat, wasn't waiting for another. I'm thumbing on these beats cause this music I got love for. I be on the block, coppers wanna cover. Shout outs to my pops, shout out to my mother. We all we got. Just us, I'm coming from the streets, ain't no peace, ain't no justice. I'm part of this world where you never been. I learned the real life at the age of 10. Now I'm 25, you could do the math. Free my real niggas stuck up in the pen.
Together, and we bless each other with our wisdom, knowing that each one of us can make a mighty difference. So as we heal ourselves, we in fact heal all our relations. Thank you, Most High. Thank you to Antoine.
freedom writer, agitator. I am my family, granddaughter, daughter, sister, mother, auntie. A daddy's little girl still searching for her father, no longer worshipper of his image in the sky. I know I am made divine, made up from magic memories wrapped up in DNA, still searching for ways to escape from my ancestors' mistakes. Give thanks.
Whether you're Nepalese or you're Bengal, from the Senegal streets to the French walls, I let fall specials from the vessels. Stepped tall, wrestled out the cesspool, influential, get schooled to your heads full. I know it's like that, do the damn thing, do the damn thing, do the damn thing.
I woke up sweating, fear drops dripping down my chin, bodies laying in cages, smog side, cough, bones.
Can't push, what's the point? Restore order, so people get in line. Restore order, too busy on our grind of looking good and feeling great, but what's the point in change if you have to wait? Looking good, so you're feeling great. Gotta be born to this life, man, for goodness sake. Try to do your best in life for the sake of good. You can really do it when you choose you should. And this is just a quick lesson, so class please, as I wrap up the short session, study your dreams, it's all present.
We are the kings and queens, worshipping false idols with ease, but mental slavery means some of us are still afraid to praise our own ancestry. But we are not the talented who take our God-given gifts for granted. Exercising our pen is exorcising the spirit. We escape from our lines of imprisonment. Those of us that think outside the box and freedom write us outside of the blue margins.
If I reveal myself, tell the truth and be strong, oh, I'd be a better man, and I play a better hand. If I reveal myself and tell you my story, tell you my story, tell you my story.
Thank you, guys. I'm aching for changes, leaving legacies for the ages, a wondrous process of grasping floating thoughts brought from an abstract mind. Listen. Are you not listening? I go multi-dimensional travelling, so it's little wonder why my lyrical scribbles are syllables riddled with golden spirals, a sequence of miracles. They pair as crop circles, they suspect I'm an alien! Why? Because my poetry's out of this world.
Oh, yeah.
My verses are concentrated with complicated formations of constellations. You can see the signs, the reasons why my lines shine. I have them entwined with the stars. So what are you capable of? This is poetry to make night watchers put the telescope down, because if it ain't clear, I'm gifting you all a star map. Just so you remember, your path does not begin nor end on this earth. The pinnacle of human potential is discovered once you master your destiny. You can bring myth into reality, and then we talk with God. Give thanks.
I'm sick of you poetic princes and your thoughtful dick thinking words heal, thinking it's time to save the day. I'm angry. Leave me alone to deal with my shit. Oh, you thought princesses only sit pretty, curtsy. I could write you a list of all the shit we deal with and you still come swooping in. Did anybody even ask for you? My dilemmas cannot be healed by true love's kiss. Truthfully, I am not a damsel in distress. I do not need a prince to save me. There is no man to love this mess I am. If you're looking for your perfect princess, I am not her. I choke on words like want and need. I'm the one fairies warned you. I've got money. Bank balance is the bridge distance between caring about gossip and price tag. So what's use for remorse that clings onto our two souls like a corset when my memories are worse than my nightmares? I will happily trade monsters under the bed for the ones in the mirror any day of the week. Being alive at 18 has been my biggest achievement to date. I vow to never go hungry again. Won't ever let brokenness become that friendly next door neighbor. That's why I've been robbing hoods from young. I've always been toying with my life. Now I just prefer to play with guns and money, cause yeah, the hood's got me. Yeah, the hood's got you. Until those cops start gunning, the bullets start coming, and the birds start coming. OG you'd ride with, write you then. The cold you roll full, bite you when. No visits, no letters find you in isolation. You've been chasing everything but liberation. There is nothing powerful in being a pawn. You are aiming to be mourned, without truly knowing the war you fight for, soldier. Remember when Glocks marry bullets, they divorce a life. They engage themselves to hospital beds, coffins and tears. Mothers, I'm about sick of this shit. If you wanna give up on your dreams, let me know. If you wanna, yo, let me go. See, I don't really know why you got the gift if you just keep it on the hold. If I miss the conflict, yo, I got 7 souls, occupy 1 man. By the time it is right, I will define. I know these days I seem like I'm on a decline. I'm steady trying to hide my ultimate limit, Lord. Come and get my money, y'all. Flipping, tipping, roll the dice, let the winds tally, y'all. I didn't really want to make waves, but I had to burst through the gate since they're picking all our leaders off. Treated like slaves, it's the same street, Finite in this world where it becomes real. We're gonna liberate the slaves in Libya's clutch, or prioritize consumerism till it consumes us. So if you wanna give up on your dreams, let me know. And if you want me running down these halls, let me go. Yeah. Cause I don't really know why you got the gift. You just keep it on the whole.
You got dreams and hope that they come true. This ain't even for me, this one's for you. Living through the hours to do what needs to be done. Every day's a battle and I swear that I have won.
We were vibing in the lab, trying to make that money grow. Tap a roll, you skip down in the dash. Yeah, quick as jack of the flash. Making bangers, we were working the mash. Side slanging, we was born in a trap. Future past and the present to rap. They be tossed, we be laden with straps. They go hard, they don't care none of that. They touch yours, you don't hesitate at. So you return with the fullest impact. But they return, then they pull it black. But bullets, so pulling you back. I call it coward, they don't face the attack. I say you coward. Yeah. Get your dreams before it's too late. Your dad is all I think about. Back in the past, I think about the escape. Thank you very much. Big up to Stella and Nat. Big up to everybody who came out here tonight. Big up to all the organizers. Everybody in the place. Love, love, love.
I believe in you. I believe in me. I believe that we. I believe in you. I believe in me. I believe that we. I believe that we will live happy ever after. Yeah, SME. What do you see? A vision of me, a visionary. A vision is always necessary, like first impressions are like jam sessions are like effervescence, rocking a shocking adolescence, intense wisdom, mannerism, common sense, judge you God, you still be sitting on the fence like not sure, between an unsure and a maybe, not sure, should you go try to phase me? It's crazy to make it clear, not having fun in your glum, then you're the one to not be up inside of here, both in my mind and my musical atmosphere, those it must be are the ones who can't. So hear this, while we're all talking in fists, I'm not saying a prayer, just making a pitch. Queen hoe, and then there's bitches, foot binding strength, breast identity, high heels, mother earth, sexuality, ethnicity, persona, South Sarah Empress, spinster, B-girl, side chick, wife, feminist, cross legs, move, lesbian, panther, bay, queen, breathe, intelligence, open legs, manners, crone, feline and hag, womanly beauty, curves and handbags, shape heads, Botox implants and femizon, clitoridectomy, silk lace and tampons, Brazilian, queen bee, black widow spider, aggressive, worldly, graceful and now you're batty rider, nurturing, African, accepted, flirtatious, graceful, soft, naive, Amazon, actress and vicious, physically imposing, hard, innocent, demanding, soft, security guard, same sex, weak, graceful, boxer, electric, guild, chili, the parking, morning after pill and talking, Iron lady, cunnilingus, open toe and camel toe, ice queen, catwoman, bag lady, childbirth and hope, head over heels, diets, domestic, mother nature, orgasm, lipstick, patience, yoga, you opening doors, stand up tall to applaud, because you know it's ladylike. Diets, domestic, mother nature, orgasm and lipstick, patience, yoga, you opening
'cause you know it's ladylike. It's ladylike.
Wellness Salute, what's on Hip Hop Medicine Man? Check it. Black Ice TV is a place to go for all your awesome, magnificent products in the African, Pan-African diaspora. Make sure you log on to Black Ice TV. Black Ice Stores is the place for you to go to download and to be in tune with all of our products. Family, Wellness Salute. Rah!
So knowledge cancels out belief. And as I look at the logo for Black Ice, information and knowledge, right? Our organization in DC is called IKG, Information, Knowledge, and Growth.
Yo, it's your boy The Week here with Blackicetv7. You already know, keep it locked, it's your boy. A lot more to come in the future, so make sure you keep it locked, stay right here, don't go nowhere, this is the place to be.
We overcame the pain and all the hardships. Peace and love, family. We focus on our game and kept the targets. They try to take our brain and keep our raw gifts, but we still remaining, now we bullshit. Flawless, you know how it go. Black power looking good and we let it show. We stack by the hour, yeah, and we let it grow. These crackers not doing nothing, we let them know. Nothing you can do gon' change us. We always gon' be around, we gon' bang work. We never gon' simmer down, you can't tame us. No religion, no mysticism can chain us. Black is over here when I'm talking. I'm repping for the